And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here.
Applying to a job in today's job market is easily the most soul-sucking thing ever. It is so draining to repeat the same steps of filling in my information, selecting I'm not a veteran, and telling them what race I am. But because of how terrible the job market is, you have to apply to hundreds of jobs, else you'll be unemployed.
Why are you asking for a PDF of my resume if you're just gonna make me type all the information in again? What was the point of me doing that?
The job market is trash, basura. It's been bad.
So let me get this straight. You spent 4 years in college, racked up crushing debt, built a personal brand, tailored your resume, wrote a cover letter like it was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and you're still ghosted by jobs that pay $18 an hour and want you to have the experience of a 60-year-old and the energy of a 20-year-old? Guess what? You're not alone. The job market in 2025 is officially a clown show. Scams are everywhere. Companies don't respond, and if they do, it's to tell you they've moved forward with someone who's already been doing the job for 10 years. The job market is broken, and they're gaslighting us about it. Find out this week on William Haynes TV. And just when you think it can't get worse, the job market is now a minefield of scams targeting desperate applicants. Scammers are impersonating legitimate companies, conducting fake interviews, and even using deepfake technology to deceive candidates. One alarming case involved North Korean operatives using stolen identities and AI tools to secure remote tech jobs and funneling funds back to Pyongyang. These operatives use VPNs, AI tools, and deepfake technologies to deceive employers and bypass background checks. Companies have unknowingly hired these agents for months, even years, risking major data breaches and the insertion of malicious software. U.S. prosecutors have charged multiple individuals for their roles in these schemes, including a U.S.-based facilitator who helped funnel at least $17 million overseas. Check it out on Wired. Another widespread scam is the training and equipment fee con, where fake employers welcome victims and request them to pay for training or equipment, leading to financial loss and stolen payment information. These scams exploit the excitement of job offers and fast hiring processes that lack details. Check the U.S. Sun. So according to the Federal Trade Commission, reported losses to job scams increased more than threefold in 2020 to 2023. And in just the first half of 2024, topped $220 million. Driving this trend are skyrocketed reports about gamified job scams, often called task scams, where victims are tricked into performing simple online tasks with the promise of payment only to be defrauded. Check the Federal Trade Commission. And let's not overlook the platforms themselves. Indeed and LinkedIn, while essential tools for job seekers, have algorithms designed to maximize user engagement. Indeed's smart sourcing feature uses AI to match candidates to job postings based on various data points, including user activity on the site. This means the more that you interact with the platform, the more data it collects to keep you engaged. LinkedIn, on the other hand, has been observed to favor content that keeps users within its own ecosystem. Posts without external links tend to perform better, suggesting the algorithm prioritizes content that doesn't lead users away from the platform. Additionally, LinkedIn has introduced AI-driven features and daily engagement tools like puzzles to encourage regular user interaction. So these strategies, while enhancing user experience, also serve to keep job seekers on the hunt, engaging with the platform's features and, in some cases, its premium services. It's a cycle that benefits the platforms, but whether it truly serves the job seeker is a question worth exploring. So right now, it's a dystopian job market where not only are opportunities scarce, but the very act of job hunting can lead to financial ruin. So people are borrowing money for gas for a job interview that doesn't even really exist. Let's investigate that. TV. Today we're going to be reacting to these clips to see if they're legit or not.
Meet John Doe. He's in his early 20s and eager to jump into the workforce. He sees a job listing that looks perfect to him. So he brushes up his resume, he writes an awesome cover letter, applies, and then waits. So after a month or so, he actually sees the same job posting relisted, which makes him super frustrated. John isn't alone.
I like how he just hit the wall. He's so fed up. He's fully dressed at home and he just hit the table. Hitting the table is a sign of being really upset in my experience.
Many people are frustrated by applying to these kinds of jobs that seem to have no intention of hiring anyone.
If you are in the position of trying to find a new job, of course you don't want to waste your time applying for these ghost jobs.
But it turns out all those open job postings that you see online might not even.
Wait, so you're telling me this stuff is all over local news and we're just still not doing anything about it? No one's not going to do nothing? So people know this is a widespread thing. Okay, cool. It's fine. I'm fine.
Real.
Ghost jobs are a phenomenon that have existed for a long time, but they've come to light much more in recent years, and they've become much more of a significant issue in the job market.
4 in 10 companies posted fake job listings in 2020.
4 in 10, nearly half, and y'all know, and there's no new law going on?
4 and 3 in 10 are currently advertising for a role that isn't real, according to a May survey.
Wait, 4 in 10, 3 in 10. That means 7 out. Okay, whatever.
Resume Builder.
The rise of ghost job posting definitely points to a cooling in the economy.
Man, so it's on CNBC and we still just not doing nothing about it. Okay, let's react to this next one. Jeez, Gandhi.
I got fired from my second job because I wouldn't post a ghost job. So let me explain what I do for my second job, what I did for my second job. I was a hiring manager. I usually just post job listings sometimes on Indeed or other job listing websites for my company. I'm not going to explain what company that is because I can't do that. But
Wait, he's telling me that his job, or at least part of his second job, was to create, he's admitting that he was hired to create fake jobs. Okay.
I'm going to talk about what I can't talk about because I read through my NDA. I used to post ghost jobs, which are fake jobs to encourage our current employees to work harder.
Oh, no.
These jobs will be fake jobs, so you can apply for the listing, but not actually get hired. They're called ghost jobs. You're probably wondering, I applied for all these places, why am I not getting callbacks? You might have applied for a ghost job, which isn't a real job. It's just put there to show that we're looking for new hires at higher rates to get our current employees to work harder.
And that I just can't buy. Like, how do the current employees see that a job is being posted? I guess a current employee can see that interviews are being happening, but I can only see this making someone more upset rather than being like, ooh, I need to work harder at my existing job.
As an incentive to make them work harder, as opposed to increasing the base pay or the base rate. And I've made maybe 300 ghost job listings. I've made a lot. I've made so many. It's insane. And what messes me up is that they're still doing it. And I got into a little bit of a scuffle, a fracas, one might say, with my previous hire manager. My hire manager said, hey, you stopped posting ghost job listings. What's going on, buddy? He's really working. He's helping our team morale. I said, listen, this is the first time I've ever said this in my life. I don't feel good about doing this. This might be the first time I've ever said that. I don't feel good about usually I have like no moral, no ethics about anything.
Did he just admit that he has no morals and no ethics? I've never heard someone say that before.
I just didn't feel good at all about doing it, despite the fact that I was getting a massive bag from it. And he said, well, we need somebody to do it. The best we've got.
That is so funny. And yeah, that's just proof. Whenever someone goes against the grain and points out wrongdoing in a situation, that's how you get fired in any type of situation. So I don't know. I kind of believe this guy. Don't complain to your boss about what they're doing. Just take your money and go home. Terrible advice for living a moralistic life. But do you want to have money or not?
Ghost jobs are open positions at your company that don't actually exist, and I'm going to share 3 important reminders as to why they're so useful. Let's get started. Number 1 is optics. It looks very good to have open positions because it makes people think that the company is doing well, like things are growing. This looks good to the board, but also for future applicants. Number 2, it backfills your positions, which instills a level of fear in your current employees. It makes them feel like they're
That's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I'm not a boss on that level, but to like try to scare your employees into working harder, I don't know. Ever try paying them more? I bet that will work.
But it also makes sure that you're prepared for when they inevitably quit or when you inevitably fire them. And most importantly, you can steal from your applicants. So give them assignments and ask them what they would do if they had the job.
Now that one I know is real. I know it's real. I know that people are like, ooh, we don't know what to do in this next situation. Let's have a whole bunch of job interviews and get some advice from people and just take their advice and not hire them. 100% a real thing.
And then you take their information,
Yep.
take their lessons learned, and you use it for yourself, and don't ever give them any credit. How many ghost jobs should we have?
Listen, I know the job market feels like a toxic relationship right now. You give it your time, your energy, your resume, your soul, and it leaves you on red, ghosted, gaslit, and then hits you with a LinkedIn notification like, keep applying. It's been a while since you've applied. Maybe there's something new. But here's the thing. You're not crazy. You're not lazy. And you're definitely not alone. The system is glitching right now. It's not you. Yes, you might get scammed by a fake CEO named Michael who's emailing you from a Gmail account. That happens, okay? And yes, you might get rejected from a job offer you never even applied to in the first place. And yes, LinkedIn will congratulate you for your 1-year anniversary of being unemployed, but there was a moral here. But keep going anyway. Okay? All right? Because every no you survive builds a version of yourself that's even funnier, even smarter, even more resilient. And let's be real, the revenge arc is gonna be phenomenal. You're gonna get that money and you're gonna blow it. And then you're gonna get some more money. And one day you're gonna look back on this mess from your actual paying job or your business that you started and your self-built empire and say, wow, that time of my life sucked, but it don't suck now. So that time is coming. So remember, hold your head high, fix your resume again and again and again, dodge the scams, and you're not jobless. You're pre-employed. I'm William Haynes. Please leave a like on me and subscribe to me. Thank you for the supporters on Patreon. And now go out there and be the chaotic, unstoppable force of productivity this economy wasn't ready for. Amen.